Hi everyone, welcome to my channel License to Roam, where I'll be providing content on football tactics and analysis on European football and the beautiful game from across the globe. You can follow me on Twitter/X at Edward Stratman. And if you enjoy the video, would really appreciate a like, subscribe, and any comments as I get started and hope to grow the channel. All right, for this analysis, I'll be focusing on Jude Bellingham's exceptional performance against Girona, where his brilliant brace helped propel Real Madrid to a crushing 4-0 win in this colossal top-of-the-table clash and move his goal tally to 20 on the season for Madrid and 16 in La Liga, where he tops the scoring charts. Operating in his hybrid false nine role, where he has so much freedom to act as the 10, drop into central mid, play as a striker, support wide attacks, and be everywhere, really. He was unstoppable alongside forwards Vinicius and Rodrygo, who regularly occupied those wide areas like they do. A hugely damaging weapon yet again, who hurt his foes in so many ways. The complete package was yet again a real game changer, on his way to producing many moments of magic with his skill, physicality, athleticism, and intelligence. Even though his game ended early when he was subbed off with a sprained ankle, but set to keep him out for a couple of weeks. The standing ovation he came off to was a testament to his outstanding display in front of those adoring fans who absolutely love everything he does. All right, to start with, that's sort of the base framework of Real Madrid's shape there, with Bellingham leading the line with aplomb from that free role granted to him by Ancelotti that he's thriving in. There's the average position, obviously so good at occupying those central areas and dovetailing with those forwards to make room and to connect attacks. So here, the situation where he's so good at receiving between the lines after scanning, he knows what's around him, surveys the situations, just to get that mental imagery so he knows what he can do next if he needs to turn, protect the ball, play a one-touch pass, adjust his body posture. He's just so alert to everything there. Obviously here he's between the lines in a forward-facing posture. He knows he can then turn, run forward, and in this situation, he disguises the pass to Vinicius with his body shape and his eyes, just to feed the Brazilian there with a slick through ball, just to catch the defence off. Obviously here, forming a 4v3 after doing a little interchange with Camavinga, just so he can receive forward facing, open up the field of view, and then just dictate the play from there. Just another smart little variation in the way he formed these numerical and positional superiorities was a highlight. Another situation here with the forwards pinning the defenders, they were sometimes wary to jump out to him, and he'd know that. In this situation, he's formed the 3v2 triangle there. He's scanning, so he knows he can turn immediately and then breathe life into that attack with his passing and dribbling. In this situation was actually before Vinicius's magnificent goal, which was just brilliant, but he actually dropped deep, connected the play, obviously draws his marker just to manipulate the back line. And this led to Vinicius getting the goal just to stabilise Madrid in this passage here. And just that presence with his size, strength, and technical quality made him such a great outlet and reference point. It's a similar situation here. It wasn't just the fact that he found space, it was the timing of it. And this was a prime example where he's joined the attack, dynamic advantage, forward facing, can then switch the play instantly, and then just place Girona's retreating, backpedaling defense under immense pressure. Just another testament to his class here. Obviously, the way he was such a good target and an outlet for his team was so vital too in this situation to help Real Madrid bypass and beat the press. He's come deep, taken the ball down brilliantly, held off his mark with his immense strength and the way he uses his body just to gain that separation and room he needs. He then fed Vasquez in this situation, which created the switcher play to the winger. The ball went out for a throw-in, and that was the catalyst for Real Madrid to get up the field. And then the next passage, Bellingham scored his second goal. While there was a little bit of luck involved, it just underlined his instinctive movement to be in the right place at the right time to follow up with the rebound to give his team an unassailable lead. So really clever work, just proving the catalyst for another quality situation. Obviously, his movement was both great and slow, methodical build-up and in transition. In this case, in transition, he's dropped deep, formed a 4v3, and done a really smart flick to evade the pressure, and then spread the play to Rodrygo on the break, who can wreak havoc. It was definitely a key highlight, the amount of catalogue of flicks, spins, back heels he did just to outbox the defence and to manipulate them so that he could execute his actions, both with passing and dribbling or shooting. Another situation here on the counter where he's dropped deep. They've initially formed like a 2v1, and he's obviously drawn markers out wide there, which has successfully created the space for Valverde, and he's found him with a quick pass, and he's got acres of space to run into and be a massive nuisance on the break. Another situation here where he interchanges he'd sporadically do with Rodrygo and Vinicius. In this situation, just to occupy different areas of pitch, form 3v2s, and obviously by getting in close proximity, they could combine intricately just to really compound issues for the Girona backline, who were always sort of wondering what to do next when it came to these situations, but really conducive for those quick combinations to move the defence and then unlock them. See, another rotation that was a highlight that he did sporadically was when he'd drop into the left back zone and then instruct Mendy to go forward into his free role. As you can see there, Bellingham's pointing him towards the space between the lines. The forwards are pinning the defence. Mendy can receive forward facing with the momentum and the dynamic advantage. And Cruz is always awake to that kind of a pass. So just another really smart nuance that just elevated their impact. And obviously his runs in behind are always a feature. In this situation, the run down the channel, sees the room, knows there's a 4v3, and he duly gets on his bike to be a real nuisance for himself in the final third. Another situation, he recognised all these markers being pinned, runs from deep just to receive the pass to complete the third man combination, which has the chain reaction of causing the defence to be all over the shop and move accordingly, which creates space for others. And obviously the piece de resistance with his depth running was for his goal, where he brilliantly set off between two markers, used that smart running power and real physicality to break in behind and get onto the end of Vinicius's magnificent pass. Obviously, first touch rounded the keeper, second touch finished with his left foot. It was an absolute moment of magic that just once again underlined what a class act he is and why he's been one of the best players on the planet this season so far with Real Madrid, where he just keeps going from strength to strength. All right, that's the end of the analysis. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video and have a great day. Stay tuned for the next analysis.